ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्.
Yesterday we completed about the hierarchy of exception, which says that there is a base class called as throwable, which has got two subclasses. One is your exception class, the other is your error class. All the exceptions which we are talking about in this example is number format exception, is again a subclass of your exception class. So now here, instead of following polymorphism, okay, Achha, first let's run this application and show, and then I'm going to change something in the application again. Okay, so now I just want to show you this. Okay, cannot find symbol x and y. Yeah, because these are declared as local variables for the block. So now you need to change them. You put int x, int y over here, int x, so we declare them outside the block, int y, and make sure that whenever you are declaring variables which are local to a method or which are local in the method, they should be initialized, okay. So now if you compile again, it might give you an error, so just say int x equals 0, int y equals 0, yeah, that's better. That's good. Okay, now compile it. Again 3 and ABCD. So now it's going to give an exception. Line is going to give an exception. Program is going to report to JVM. JVM is going to see the reason for it. Look out for a class, go create an object of that class, and then throw that object to the program again. Now, which object is going to come to the program? Which object is going to come to the program? Number format exception. Okay. Do we have a catch block to catch this exception? Yes, we have. Okay. So now, now what happened? It came into the catch block because I caught the exception. I executed my catch block. After the execution of my catch block, I started with the normal execution of my program. Okay. So now if you go to your edit plus, you would see over here, come down. Okay. After the catch block, the moment I came out of the catch block, I resumed my function, or I resumed my program, and I started executing from line number 17. Now what we would do is, instead of showing polymorphism over here, we will have the correct thing, number format exception. Can you please write it as number format exception? Would the execution change? No. What are we doing? We are saying that if the JVM is going to throw a number format exception bomb to me as a program, I will catch it as a number format exception only. Okay. And now here something is wrong ke baad, you can write e.getMessage. Okay. Now this is an object. There are some methods on an object which you can call. Some methods are like print, stack, trace, which is going to give you the entire information about that error. One of them is getMessage. We will explore all the methods on an exception one by one. So here we will say e.getMessage. e.getMessage. That message is going to give you a string. So we'll directly print the string e.getMessage. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Now again we are going to run the program. test.java and Java test. Okay, run the application. See, now this output which came is what? You are trying to print the message on that error object which you got from the JVM. Okay, the message is for input string ABCD, something is going wrong. Okay, so this who is printed, something is going wrong for input ABCD. This we have combined it together. Is it clear? Okay, now go back. Okay, this is fine. Again, show them e.system.out print stack trace. After this, type e.print stack trace. I want to show you what this method does. Stack trace means it is going to trace from where this exception occurred, from which line and all that stuff. Okay, so it should give you line number 8 or 9, whatever it was. Again, we run this application. So now, this is in the catch block. This is your e.get message, and this is your print stack trace. After I am coming from catch, I am executing my problem, or I am executing my program normally. Okay. Now, say Java test and pass only 3. Wait. Now here, I told you, okay boss, I am creating an application which is going to handle everything. Fine. If you pass a string also, I am capable of handling it. But what if you don't pass anything at all? Okay. Now see over here, I am not passing anything. I am only passing one particular variable. Okay. So will it give me an error again? Just think about it. Definitely it will give me an error again. But will I be able to catch that error? Let's check it out. Okay. I was not able to do that. Let's dig into this and understand what must have happened over here. Now while running the application, how am I running the application? I am saying Java test command line arguments. Did I give command line argument 0? Yes, I gave. Did I give command line argument 1? No, I did not give. Okay? I did not give command line argument 1. But I am trying to access it. How am I trying to access it? Can you go back to Edit Plus? Go up. I am trying to access this particular array, and I am saying that I want the element which is at position number 1. At position number 0, I got 3, but I want to access at position number 1. Is position number 1 filled or it is empty? Empty. Why is it empty? Because I did not pass anything. So I am trying to access an array element which is not there only. Okay. The element array size is what? Array size is 1. What am I trying to access? I am trying to access the second element from the array. Okay, I am trying to access an element which is more than the length. The length is 1, only one variable is there. But I am trying to access the elements at the second position. So it would give me what exception? Array index out of bound exception. Okay, it will tell me, forget about string, that comes later. Okay, first I need to access that element, then only I will determine that this element is a string or it is an integer or it is blah blah blah. If I am not able to access that element only, how will I determine the type? Yes or no? Okay. So now, when I am talking about this particular line number 11, which error is it giving me? Is it giving me number format exception? No. It is giving me what kind of exception? Array index out of bound, because there is no element placed over here. Okay, so what should I do? I should include my error handling mechanism, or I should include my exception handling mechanism for this condition also, right? So now here I have a try block, but instead of having number format exception, I should put over here what? Array index index out of bound exception. See, understand. Earlier, I showed you a condition where you were getting a string, you were not able to convert it, so you got an exception. Okay? Agreed. Now go to your command prompt. Here, what kind of exception are you getting? Array index out of bound exception at line number 11. Let's go to edit plus. At line number 11, array index out of bound exception. So what must have happened at this line number 11? I am trying to access a position which is not filled. I report this to JVM. JVM looks at the exception, says, okay boss, I should create an object of array index out of bound exception and throw back to you. If you can catch it, you can resume your program, or you can start the execution of your program. If you cannot catch it, the bomb is going to fall on the ground and it is going to explode your program. So now, even though if I have my error or my exception handling mechanism in my code, but I do not have all the exception handling mechanism in my code, which means that I have a catch block with me, which is number format exception, but I am not able to hold array index out of bound. If there is one bomb which is of type number format exception, I can catch this. But if another bomb comes and he says that only people who are wearing blue dress or a catch block which catches only array index out of bound can catch me, nobody else can catch me, then what will happen? Do you have a catch block over here which catches array index out of bound? No. Then what would happen to that bomb? It will go on the ground and explode. And so is your problem exploding over here. Go to your edit command prompt. I went over here, I searched for my catch block. Who am I? I am array index out of bound exception. I went to the program, I saw anybody is holding me? No, I should explode the program. And that is what I did over here. So now, in order to correct this, what should I do? Should I change from number format exception to array index out of bound? No. Then what would happen to number format exception? Here, you should have one more catch block, which catches what? Array index out of bound exception. So now you would tell me that, ma'am, you said try and catch goes hand in hand. But if you are writing a catch over here, what about the try for this catch? No need. One try can have multiple catches. Is it clear? So the rule says that try should always be accompanied with one catch block. Okay? But there is no limitation on the number of catch blocks. Is it clear? Multiple catch blocks can share one try block also. But one try should have one catch or more than one catches. So could you please write catch for array index out of bound? So just look how to add an additional catch block, array index out of bound. Bound. It's not bounds, it's bound. Yeah. Delete. No, it's not even that. Array index out of bound exception. And I think it's bounds only. Just check that. Yeah. Oh no, it's not even that. Out of. Oh, okay. Now it's correct. Okay. So now that's A. Anything. You can refer it with anything. Give the catch body and say system.out.println I am in array index out of bound. I am in array index out of bound. That's fine. So now we are ready to catch any kind of exception. Okay? So just save, run this application, compile it and run it. Don't give ABCD, just give 3. Enter. Okay, see. Hello world printed. Error occurred. I went to the JVM. JVM came back to the program searching for its catch block. Will it get its catch block? Yes, because I included one over there. I am saying that I am having a catch block which says array index out of bound. Okay, so I executed this catch block. I came out by word and I carried on with my execution of the program. Now give your ABCD. Enter. Yes, I can catch this also. I can catch array index out of bound also. Okay, so I am able to catch everything now. Okay, so go back. Now, instead of these two things, instead of number format exception, array index out of bound exception, okay, I comment these out. Comment it out. Okay, comment till line number 22. I have only one exception. I have only one catch block which is taking exception. Correct. Catch which is taking only exception. So now, if a number format exception comes, I can handle it because polymorphism is there. If array index out of bound exception comes, I am able to handle it because it is polymorphism is there. Just write system.out.println error occurred. So being the base class reference, I am able to point out all the derived class objects. Error occurred. So if I have this, yeah, pass anything. Pass this. Okay, now which error had occurred actually? Array index out of bound exception has occurred. But I came to my most general exception block and printed this. If I go for Java test, give ABCD. Okay. Okay, again I came in over here. Give 3 and ABCD. So for any kind of an exception, my one catch block is only getting caught. So now you will ask, ma'am, if that exception is handling everything, why have multiple catch blocks which is telling you array index out of bound, then one is telling you number format exception. I'll directly include one and which is going to take care of each and every exception. Yeah, it's true, you can do that, but over here, go to the command prompt. Over here, when you run this, which exception is actually coming? Array index out of bound exception is coming over here. Okay? One common thing is getting called. You don't know why your exception occurred, correct? Over here, which exception occurred? Here you tell me which exception occurred. Number format or array index out of bound? Most of you will tell me array index out of bound, ma'am. Wrong. Number format would have occurred. Why? Because first I am accessing arg0. I am trying to convert arg0 into integer. Then on the second line I am going to say arg1 converted into integer. So if on arg0 I tried to convert this ABCD into an integer, won't it give me an error? So now you got confused. Okay? If you don't have separate catch blocks and you've got only one catch block which is doing your error handling of entire thing, you will get confused because of which kind of error it is giving me exception. Okay? Is it clear? Now, Go back to your edit plus. This thing can be solved, okay, by just printing over here, either print stack trace or you say e.get message. You will come to know why you are getting an error and on which line you will give an error, because but I would like to tell you that this particular thing of having multiple catch blocks is a good practice of programming. Having only one exception block which is going to take care of everything is not that good practice, or you cannot, it does everything. It won't give you error anytime. But a person who's reading your code, or if you are a good programmer, you should never go for only one catch block. You should go for your specific catch blocks. Okay. So now uncomment the code. Compile, after uncommenting it, compile it again. That means I have got general exception also, I have got number format exception also, and I have got array index bound exception also. I am saying that, see boss, if array index comes, go to array index ka catch block. If wait, don't compile. Yeah, go back. If array index out of bound is coming, you go to array index ka catch block. If number format exception is coming, you go number format ka. If any other error is coming, then I would catch it with my exception ka catch block. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Compile it. It won't get compiled. It's giving you a compilation error. Look at the error again. It's saying exception blah 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 has already, can you just scroll a bit? Scroll. Has already been caught. Okay, that means this particular exception has already been caught. Why are you defining it again and again? Go back to your edit plus. Go up a bit, scroll up. Hey, you did not define it. Then how is it coming that you have already defined it? When your compiler reads this, he says you have already defined this boss, don't run it again. But did we define it anywhere? Just go above this. No, we did not. The answer to this question is, or the answer to that exception is, whenever you are writing your catch blocks, okay, at the time of completion, your catch blocks are going to get compiled based on the order in which they are declared. So if I am spying the base class over here, I am saying the base class can take care of number format also, it can take care of array index out of bound also. Okay, so when I come over here on line number 17, I'll say, array, why are you declaring again? You have no one catch block which is going to take care of you, then why, there is no for you to define it over here again. Okay, so now you will say, or you will ask that, ma'am, in this case, you are telling us either use all the catch boxes or use only one. No, I'm not telling you this. I'm telling you that for your known exceptions, give your known catch boxes. But suppose you can't interpret a condition, and if it arises in a program, for that also you should have a catch block, and this exception is the catch block for that exception. But it is not compiling. Reason being, you have defined the catch block above number format exception. The rule says, there is a Java rule over here which says that whenever you write your catch blocks, okay, whenever you are writing your catch blocks, make sure that all the derived classes catch blocks are above the base class. Now, is number format exception a derived class? Yes. So it should be above your exception, or it should be above your base class. Okay, so can you please cut this number format exception and put it above exception class? No, don't do that. Cut this. Okay, you cut this then. No, don't uncomment it. Cut it, because then the code would be too long. Okay. Now all my derived classes what did I do in this program? It was giving me an error. I only changed the position of my catch block from above to below, because all the derived classes catch blocks should be declared first, and then the base catch block should be declared. Okay, so number format exception is here, array index bound exception is here, and my base class is over here. Now I will try and compile. It compiled? Yes, it does. So what does the rule say? The rule says that whenever you have multiple catch blocks, make sure that all the base class catch blocks are defined later, all the derived class catch blocks are defined above the base class. Okay? So now in this error handling mechanism, what all did we study? Just to summarize, we studied that you have a base class called as throwable, which has got two subclasses. One is exception, the other is error. Exceptions deal with your programmatic exceptions. Error deals with the conditions because of the system or affecting, or the conditions which affect your program. Okay. Now in these exceptions you have subclasses also. Number format exception is a subclass of exception. Array index bound is again a subclass of exception. Okay, this is nothing but your hierarchy of your exception classes. And there are two kind of blocks. One is try and the other is catch. Try is always enclosed with error generating code, and whereas catch block always encloses error handling code. Whenever an error occurs, you leave that try block. Okay? You leave that try block and go to the catch block. After the catch block is getting executed, you come out of the catch block and resume your execution of the program after the catch block. Once you come out of the try block, after resolving the problem or after executing the catch block, you don't go in the try block again. Please make a note of this. You will say, "Arey galti solve ho gaya na, let's start from again." It is not so. Once you are out of try, you cannot go back in the try again, ever. Try is always accompanied with one catch, at least one catch. Okay, multiple catches can be there, but one catch block should be accompanied with try. Now, can one catch block have two tries? No, it cannot have. Okay, one try block, one catch block. One catch block, only one try block. Okay. Now, can try blocks be nested? Okay. Yes, they can be. Suppose you have a try block over here. Okay. Now in this try block, you have one line, blah, blah, blah. You have another line. You have third line, fourth line. And if you want to provide try and catch for these two lines, you can do that. You can nest it. You can write a try block over here, accompanied with the catch block. Okay. So your try and a catch block is inside your try. That means a try can be inside a try. You can have two tries, but they should be nested within each other. Okay. So nesting of try and catch blocks is allowed. But you cannot say that I have a catch block, I have a catch block over here, I can have one more catch block over here. This is not allowed. Nesting of only try is allowed. Nesting of try and catch is allowed in try. Nesting of try and catch is allowed in catch also. Okay, I can have a try over here, I can have a catch over here. Okay, but I cannot say a catch will have a catch only, a try will have a try only. I cannot say that. Okay, so one set of try and catch can nest in one try, or it can nest in another catch, but they should occur in pair only. Try and catch will always occur in pair. Is that clear to all of you? That would be all for today. Ho gaya Harinder? Okay. So now let me explain you this with the help of an example. Just write a line after line number 11, system.out.println something. No, in try block. First, let's show them the nesting. So I am writing system.out.println. Okay, now in this, I want to, I am saying 4 divided by 0. Do 4 divided by 0, don't give it in a string format. Okay, now will this execute? No, it won't. It is going to give you a divide by 0 error. Okay, now I am saying that this is again an error generating code, and I want to have a separate try and a catch for this. Okay, are you understanding? I want to have a different try and a catch for this particular code. What I need to do? I need to nest my try. After this, just write system.out.println hello KMIT. Okay, now see, what are we going to do is, when we are running the application, we will give arg0 as normal, 2 or 4. We will give arg1 as also normal. Okay, now the problem should come at line number 12 when this is getting executed. Okay, now if the problem comes at line number 12, my line number 13 would not get executed, right? Let's try and see this. No, actually you should go and remove your exception class, exception block over there. See, now if an exception comes over here, okay, it would be caught by this exception which is at line number 26. So I am commenting this out because I want to show you the nesting of tries. So comment this out. So now if an exception comes, it would be of flavor what? Divide by 0 arithmetic exception. Which catch blocks do we have? We have only array index out of bound and number format exception. Okay, so just say Java test or Java test and give 4 and 2. So everything is working perfectly fine with add and all that stuff. Okay, now it is giving you error at line number 12. Which error is there? Arithmetic exception, divide by 0 error. Anything if it is dividing by 0, it gives you an exception over here. Okay, so it is giving me at line number 12, and because I am coming out of the try block, I cannot print my hello KMIT. Okay, so I will go inside, go up. Now I want to put this particular line number 12 in a different try and a catch block. Okay, so I would include a try and I will include a catch. No, iske andar. No, I want this out. End your try over here at line number 14. Okay, and start your catch here. So now look very carefully. Where is the error occurring? It is occurring on line number 13. Okay, so I will come out of this try. Which try am I coming out of? I am coming out of this try. I will go into this catch. Okay, now when I will go into this particular catch, I am going to print something. Okay, divide by 0 error or whatever. Okay, something, hell or something, anything. KMIT only, okay. OA KMIT, whatever, fine, that's fine. So now the error is going to come or occur on line number 13. Fine. I am going to come out of this line because and enter into this catch because this try is accompanied with this catch. So I will come into this catch, I will execute my catch, and then after execution of the catch, I'm going to resume it from line number 20. I would not go back to this try again. It does not mean that which try you're coming out from, you would not go on into that try again. You cannot say that you won't be going or executing this particular try. It is not so. Whenever you have a nested tries, if you are coming out of one try, you will not go back in the same try. You can go back in the parent try. That is fine. That is not to be taken into consideration. You can go into your parent, but you cannot go into the same try you are coming from. So now tell me, I have given a try and a catch block. Will hello KMIT get printed? Yes, it should get printed. Okay, because you go into the edit plus. Go into the edit plus. Now here, see how the execution of the program will work. You come into this try, you execute this, you execute this. You come into the try again, this will give you an error. If this gives you an error, you go back to your JVM. JVM is going to give you an object. You come here and search whether you have a catch block. Okay, now where will you search? You will search only for this try. You will not search downstairs at all. Okay, you come over here and you search whether there is an arithmetic exception. If it is there, you execute this catch. Whatever is there outside the catch, you will start your execution from there as it is. Okay, compile this. So now we are having test. This is fine. Your 4/0 is going to give you an error. It gave you an error. You came back and you printed the catch block. After the catch block, you printed hello KMIT. Then you came out of the try and the catch. You printed by word. Then you printed your addition and then you printed your division. So it worked perfectly fine. Is it clear? So go to edit plus. A try can have a try and a catch block within itself. This is called as nesting of tries. Okay, you can have this try and a catch block. Come down into this catch block also. It does not matter, but it should be there in a pair. It should not be anywhere else. I'll have all the tries up, I'll have all the catches down. It is not allowed at all. Okay, now one more circus we are going to do is between try and catch. Where is your try starting? Your try is starting over here. Or do one thing. This is one try and catch pair. Now between a try and a catch, I'm going to include one line. Okay, I'll say system.out.println. Anything. Okay, now let's compile. Let it be anything. It's fine if it's the same line. Or say 4 divided by 4. Okay. Say anything, high, B, between, fine. That's it. Yeah, compile it. It gives me an error. He's saying, what is the error? Try without catch, or finally, just forget this. Okay, go to edit plus. He's saying there is a try, I can see, but it is without a catch. You will say catch is here. Your JVM does not understand that. Okay, there should be nothing between a try and a catch. Here you have included a line. So when the JVM sees try and sees, okay, this is the syntax of try, it should be, catch should be over here. It did not find catch over here, so it gave you an error. Okay, so there should be no line of code between your try block and your catch block. Is that well understood? So I hope your try blocks and your catch blocks, how to use them, when to use them, how to nest them, everything is clear. We would study exception propagation in the next class.